Hello and welcome. I am Ash Mannix, and once again it is Sunday Eve, and we're playing some more Paranormasight. There's going to be a slight change in scheduling, I think, of streams for myself in the next wee while. So bear with me a little bit. I've finished playing The Longest Journey on Tuesday, so I don't know what I'll do in its place, if anything. And I'll probably carry on playing Paranormasight on Sundays until I finish this, and then I'm going to put a hold on Suki for a while. And but yes, let us carry on, I suppose. I can't remember anything of what I did last time in this game. Vital. Let me just oh, my bottle of rosé. That's good. Good stuff. Let me switch to the full screen so I can hide my beautiful face. I suppose let's start the game. They'll let me. Will this continue from... yeah. God, I can't remember where I was. So, how does this work? Right, I've done that one. I think I just need to continue these ones, I suppose? I think. Why is it cut off? Why not? There we go. That's blocked for now. They're all done. These are to do. Boom. Ah, crap. I start to our... I can't remember where I was with this. Oh, we'd already... investigating. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. You've already done this. Alright, I'll go check the house. Ricey household. There's a chance that Michio did best to find her. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one home. Doesn't look like it, not for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into the box. But Joe looks kind of disappointed. Not much we can do if they're not. Go somewhere else for now. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out. It really feels like old Tokyo. Oh, yeah, that was different. It seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the... Oh, we've read... Oh, and there's nothing... Looks like no one's home right now. Let's try again later. Covered... Yeah, got that. At a high school. Done this before. Here we are, Kumagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under jurisdiction. It's also the site of the full session. Of course, where that teacher was killed. It's like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Alright, speaking of schools, what is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. Why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? A lot of the people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with him, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. What? When do you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. News of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Right, so it's given me the option to defend every school to screw it up. School gates will stay locked while forensics inspect the scene of it. Like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person charged later. Yeah. Yamagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation centre. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this looks safe and sturdy. I like the music. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Right, so it's telling me to suspend. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. That was a bit of a waste. Shit, have we screwed up all of these? Okay, the only other one was this one. Damn, we had a lot of places to go to. Butterfly says, just like life, you ruined it. What have I ruined? Have I ruined the game? Welcome to the stream, Butterfly. Yeah. Okay, this feels new. And so Mio Kurosuzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Oh, what? I just got fucking booted out? Oh, fuck. What have I done now? That just booted me out. What the fuck is that all about? Oh, this is going to be the same, isn't it? And so, Mio Kurosuzu on the next location. Shit. Oh, I'm kind of stuck. Let's have a look at a guide. Oh. Well, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do now. Do I have to redo one of these? Sorting things out. Oh, fancy soup. I got to the point where one of the MCs got locked in the thing. That was that person. Red. Just in case anyone says, send the schoolgirls back to the school at the end of the chapter. Turn to detectives also end their chapter. Oh, fuck me. Jim. Go. So, Mio Kurusuzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Wait, so I've left them there. Can I do a fancy resume from Gata High School? Will they be there? Yes! Fuck, I was supposed to do that. God, thank God for guides. I would never figure that out. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. We have students. Huh? That's... Boss, what is it? You want to talk to those girls? Yes. Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. You're brought here for a reason. Come on, Aereo. Huh? What? Ah. Hey, aren't you? Must be that high schooler skirting the child labour laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's... Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tsutsumi, that's how you feel. Maybe you should look into improving my working condition. I prefer not to work for free. Don't worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Mate, shut the fuck up. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Okay. Yeah, like one of those places in Ginza. Never been. Let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? The girls are at our service. Oh, hold on now. What just happened? Never said I... Gee. Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? Haha, you guys are funny. You should just stand up. Huh? Anyway, tell me the sitch. Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows. The power of curses brought forth the 7 mysteries. That allows me and those who do not have the power to cast curses, gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. That's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the cursed stones appeared before those who wanted the right at the tails of the 7 mysteries. I managed to gather 3 cursed stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Bee. Got 3 already? Wow. We have the cursed stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind Mio. Yeah, she does. Is she alright? Take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day. There's still something I want to find out. Right. I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Okay. Got it. That should make things go more smooth. What about the other car spares? You run into any of them? Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Yes, you see. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool. So that's when you ran into the car's echo. Glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The car's echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? That's... I don't know which one it is. Wait, that's all of them. Probably known as Kishiboy many. Okay, so it's not that one. We thought it was the fool's procession. That one. That one. That one. Yeah, the one-sided read. The one-sided read. This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about that one? You idiot! Think. The curse bearer of the one-sided read is... Shit, who is one-sided read? I don't know. Does it say who has them? Blah, blah, blah. Wait, the ones... Oh. I had the one-sided read. Yes. That was Decky. The foot washing mansion. None? What the fuck? We don't know. Dude, I don't know who has that. Oh, I don't know. What name sounds Raishi? Wait, really? You sure about that, boss? Are you really going senile? No, that's not what I meant. I meant, Nope. Hey, I don't know who had it. Oh, shit. Umeshika Nejima. He admitted himself. That's his curse. Oh, that's right. Wait, if that's the case... Nejima. Your last night. What? I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but... What? Who's Nejima? No clue. Is she, huh? Well, if that will solve the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to Paranormal Affairs later. You think they'll pay for it? Forensics is still investigating the area. I didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around to see. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. So, Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for various purposes. Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get your daughter too? That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, tell me who else was at the school last night. Well, as far as we know, it was us, Mr. Janu, one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashmiya. Wait, Hitomi? Do you mean Hitomi Okuda, second year student? Well, yes. Why? Boss! So she was here last night. I saw Hitomi earlier, though. She didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Mind if we asked you a few questions about it? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. But I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into it. Ah. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did, actually. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be, boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him, dying breath, must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? I'll check. If they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. You consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. Not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy, not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was a bit wary of us. Well then. You think she talked to Yoshimi's fiancé when they met before? Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her. Right, then we better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. Oh. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there's one more person. I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else? Apparently he told me actually saw Mr. Janucci getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was... Go over that. Michio was the one who killed Mr. Janucci. Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. There. That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Janucci was killed by a curse. Someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss, do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean it's possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Junuchi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? And what was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Do you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. Only fair we share as well. Tell her, Eryo. Alright. Keep in mind that this is just a theory, though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. Investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, though it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. What, a van speeding? She remembering. Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? What the fuck? Oh. Alright, crack dealer, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh shit. Yako! The fuck? Yes. Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem. As long as you're okay. I was quite the surprise, though. So what's happening? Okay. So last time we played this, we got stuck at a point where the two investigators, Eryo and Tsutsumi, on the left, we were stuck at. We went to the school, and I think we couldn't carry on from the school, but we had to suspend that free. The other investigation thing that we got stuck at was with these two, where they were trying to find out about what was going on in the other curses. And so yeah, I got stuck on that, and I didn't know where to go from there. Practicing last time I remember the detective dude encountering Haru and Richter. Kai. Yes, so they encountered them, I don't know where they encountered them, on the bridge. So that was in the last one. And then we carried on the investigation. We went to so the schoolgirl that supposedly committed suicide, Michio, I think her name was, we went to her house and weren't able to find any information about her there. And so yeah, I got stuck with the detectives. With the schoolgirls, I got stuck with them trying to figure out where to go next, because they wanted to investigate, and it opened up the map and you could go to various points of the map. So what I was supposed to do, after looking up a guide, was to have the schoolgirls go to the school on their route, leave that there, and then go back to the detective's route and have them go to the school, and then they would meet each other. And so that's really happened. And the only new thing that's happened is they've exchanged information of what if they've known to each other. So Mio and Yako have told them their information they know about the teacher dying, who was at the school last night, and all that stuff. And Tsutsumi and Eryo have kind of informed them about the curses that they currently have, the investigation they're doing for Yoshimi, which is also including Mio and the other girl. Yeah, Michio was the girl who committed. Sorry, not bridge. They meet around the neighborhood. Oh, right, yeah. That was a weird thing. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. We've just exchanged some information at the school at this point. Junuchi was almost definitely killed by a curse. I wonder about the exact cause of death. The curse's origin and the cause of death are connected. Give us another lead. About this janitor, Ashimiya, was it? How old is he? You know how long he's worked here? Huh? Why are you so interested in him? I only just transferred to the school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. Came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumours about him. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this. Huh? Listen up. Not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. Notoriety attached to their former name could get in the way of proper rehabilitation use. What are you? No way. Erio, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yeah, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashmiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of Ashmiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it. Erio, call an urgent search of Makoto Ashimiya. Can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away. Cracker is saying, what's with this hero main character detective music? Yeah, like, it's so positive. And cheesy. I quite like it, but it does feel a little bit out of place. This music kind of makes more sense. Oh my, I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, how could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? Can't believe it. And a curse bear on top of that? I think he was close to us this whole time. I guess... A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at high school. Let's hope it isn't already. Oh. I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. Oh, fuck. What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bears, but... Glad nothing happened to you. Ah, so that's why if we went back into the school we would have been annihilated. Because that happened. Wait, but then, could it have been old man Ashmiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building too. What? Dead? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. Might have gotten very lucky there. This is too much. They find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. Covered. Right, about the mastermind behind the feast. Cracker says I was late because I was reading a manga called Booty Royale. Ooh, sounds interesting. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how the curses of the Seven Mysteries first came about. In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher. I mean, Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him. You're saying it says the name suggests a horny boy manga. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. The teacher here too, isn't he? You know him already. I'd be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students. Asking. Do you know where he is? I do. Tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. At his usual cafe working on his papers. The cafe? Oh, Kurokio. Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamizawa. Thanks. Head over there now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes though. What? School rules say you're not allowed to go to cafes? Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. Thank you. Huh? That's all it takes? Must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. I dare saying, but from some time in the story, it converted from the corniest shit ever to this woman bikini fighting all out in like a MMD type match. What the hell? Mayu Chozawa. Let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay, I'll be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right. One more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi, for instructions, meant that something happened. Told her to give the talisman to Nakagoshi. Headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case? Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Check on that. I will, but, well, pick up when I call. You with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Oh yes, Nakagoshi chief. It almost never ends. I don't really... Honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi. Jeez, what's up with that? Could you be telling this in front of the school kids? That amulet hit missing puzzle piece, this mystery. Right, we've covered everything. Ask Yako. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics if you're wondering about that. I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Junichi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that. Wait, was Junichi not abusing Michio? Was that what was going on? I think that was what was going on, right? Not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail. Ichio, what happened? Oh, wait, think. Junichi was almost definitely killed by a curse. I wonder about the exact cause of death. The curse's origin and the cause of death are connected. Give us another lead. Yeah, we've already read that. What's that rope all about? It indicates where Junichi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all... Yeah. Cool it, Ario. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. Right, traces of a curse still linger here. I figured as much. That means Junichi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. I used to do this kind of thing. I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, No, I've heard some stories about you. You investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a... Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. You're going to get the wrong idea. What? That's amazing! Mio, you're a professional. You think? Totally, you're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Army. Crack dealer is saying... Recently what I read was a tournament arc where women from every country and their martial arts or fighting style, just fighting it out to find who's the strongest to be alive. The dude, who made it clearly tough, tell he loves martial arts and fights, he goes into the history of a fighting style, and even details about some techniques a character might use: punch, a grapple, or a kick. I even forgot about Horny, but just so invested in the fights and techniques. Interesting. Hey boss, forensics is calling. I'll go see what they will have to say. Sure, thanks. Boss, found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? Oh, ribbon? Yeah, the kind you used to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's a ribbon that Michio always used to wear. What? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Then, did she come back to life somehow? But how? If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. Got her revenge on Uenuchi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, about the guy who killed her in the collision. If she really did come back, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Obsessed with revenge is such a tragic word. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We'd start our search for Nejima and Mayu Chosawa. Might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it. Thank you. Good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss, let's get going whenever you're ready. Dun 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 dun. They were saying recently the mangaka said he's retiring on Twitter, so I thought I'll just read it all. Didn't Ejima the serial killer dude also got a curse and threatening the life of Tsutsumi daughter? Yes. So Tsutsumi had mentioned this. That this is how they suspected that Nejima's involved. And then they kind of confirmed that curse was used. The janitor, Araishi, they suspect is Nejima because he's gone missing. Anyway, let us move. So where are we going to move to? Interesting. Oh. That stuff is opened up. Let's go this way. Right, summary. Haru and Richter visit Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. As the complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter two men. Ah, shit. This is where I began. Yeah. So, I suspect, right, and this is, I suppose, just conjecture on my part. I suspect that Michio's stepfather, so Michio and her mother separated from her dad or something, or her dad died. I can't remember which. And Michio and her mum had to move into like this area, which is a relatively poor area. And Michio's mum found a new man in her life who ended up becoming her stepfather, and that guy was a real shitty person. And it sounded like, because Haru is looking for the killer of her son, right? Or the people who kidnapped him. And it looked like Michio's dad was the one, I think, that did the kidnapping of Harui's son. And the dad used Michio to entice the boy to come into a van or a car to do the kidnapping. And that's what the teacher Junuchi had as blackmail material over Michio. He knew about this. Actor saying, yeah, her dad was abusive. Yes, he was. He was a complete piece of shit. Harry and Richter visit Michio's home. Yeah, read this. It is. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Richter. I think Ario knows Richter. I might be wrong. Allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Junario. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Sutsumi, and yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. To be honest, Sutsumi looks like he's from the fucking mafia. That's the first impression I got when I saw him. I didn't think he'd be a police officer. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting or putting me down. So you two are detectives? This is my client, Mrs. Haruhi Shigima. Her father's a big deal in the police himself. Remember to remind your manners. A bigwig named Shigima? But boss, you know of this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's and who upper echelon. There's no need to worry. I am my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, Haruhi. Oh, ooh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy again this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smell. That's our motto. God. How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on 1 second. This is the first I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. I need to think about this, guys. I need to think. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street like that, talking like that. So far, we haven't drawn attention. Again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. Who's talking? Who am I in this? Right, okay, I'm Haruhi. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades is all. Oh. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Tradtier saying, Ash, could you say more sexy and mature when you voice Haruhi? Oh dear. Is that so? You'd give it a try, Ario. More freedom in working as a private investigator. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. Been 2 years, right? I hadn't heard of you since you quit. I didn't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What? To sit on my ass and watch the birds fly. I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up all your loose ends, saving the little birdies abandoned. For a price, of course. I can't believe you're actually part of the police force once. There's a story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time in the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year. Oh, I remember now. You're that Haruhi Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was a case where Nusada's Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, man. Indeed, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted, and unfortunately, the department is unwilling to read. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. Ryder said, to be honest, your last stream was the first I've seen the chat to be so consecutively down bad. Was that the one with the Play the Princess one? That was funny. I think all your dreams were answered with the Dommy Mommy Princess. But they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. Understatement of the century. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. Da, da. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Yes, I mean technically. Well, I do consider the police my people. So you consider the blame to be shared? Got a stern side as well, I see. By the way, man, might be sudden. There's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly. With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? Yeah, those are... Ooh. I can't say I know much. Well, that was a lie. Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for... That all you to say about that? What the fuck? Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. I assumed they were talking about you, investigate. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? Must be something big if they've got you head office guys on it. Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what you're about to say, Richter. Doodly-doodly-doodly-doom. By using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the mysteries of Honjo. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We figure the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their cursed stones. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo-jumbo to play into this all. What's up with that facial expression? If we're talking shady character. There was this middle-aged fellow I saw on South Watsui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, during the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We already got his curse stone. Impressive. You two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Nothing I can remember. That's a shame. Richter's amazing. He's coaxed out so much information we didn't know about the curse bearers from them. No way we could cooperate with him when we're trying to get our hands on the right ourselves. Yeah. You see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case too? There's a number of people we can't track. Finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come in. You're doing a JoJo pose. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. But what do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Huh. By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yes? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously? Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Oh right, Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it. I heard. Most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi, the juvenile division, and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth... What? I believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jonucci. So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense. I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet, but the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we've found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those at Psychic High School? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true then... Did you figure something out? Kankichiro Iwai. What? Huh? Kankichiro Iwai. He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss? Sure, the landlord would give us a key if we asked. Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Damn. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... You're gonna break into the house. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Fuck, I love Richter. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick. Look at this. Oh, shit. Ah! What's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. What? Could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's our stepdad at best, if that. Got to be the body of Kankichiro Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. Gone real messed up. Look like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Erio, did you find Janucci's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Koi Jonichi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curse to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? Got to be that. And if she's alive, then... Uh-oh. Oh, hello, narrate storyteller. My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? What? What the fuck? So, what I've been thinking, Crack Dealer, what the storyteller is hinting, is that she didn't die. But the question is, how did she fake her death? Right? When she was found, the blows to her body, she had heavy blows to her body, right? People assumed she had jumped off a building. But the injuries she sustained when she fell off the building were inconsistent. So I think she somehow faked her death, and I don't know how she did it though. They're saying, but that would be unlikely since we saw what happened to Shogo. Maybe something, yeah, Shogo. So I don't think she was resurrected. I don't think she died in the first place. I think she somehow faked her death. Now, why? It was written. So, the Shonichi, I can't remember, the investigator guy, the police officer who died, he was trying to investigate the death of Michio because he found something suspicious about the reports of it. He said that he thought she was hit by a car. And I'm just wondering, maybe she survived being hit by the car? I don't know. Either way, I suspect she's alive and she's got a curse and she's using the curse stone. And so I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? What? Oh, fuck. Where was she at 8 o'clock in the morning? So they said that the dad had been dead for a while. Jonichi was killed. When was Jonichi killed? Jonichi, where are you? Yeah. He was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. Right. And we're being asked, where was she at 8 o'clock this morning? Where were we at 8 o'clock this morning? Wouldn't that be something the game wants you to think? The fuck was she this morning? Right, so when did we go to the Shiraisi household? Could she have been there this morning? Let's guess the household. Ah, I see. So that's what you think. Guess I get it wrong. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? Fuck. She couldn't have been at the school. I don't think she was at the bridge or shit. Wait. Okay, what's that? Was she at the candy shop? Oh, fuck! Congratulations, you are correct. What the fuck was she doing at the candy shop? So remember at the beginning in the morning, right? Yako was found. So the schoolgirl Yako, she was outside of her house, or the candy shop, which is what her family run, like in a daze, and I found that really suspicious. That's how Mio found her. Mio found Yako outside her house in a weird daze. I don't know how the fuck that makes that Michio was there at 8 though. Oh. You got it wrong one time. Well, it's a trivial matter. It may have been easier to reach that conclusion had you considered the cause of death. What? What? Well, the cause of death, what cause of death? Practically saying she possessed Yako. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Because if I remember correctly, what is it that Yako's got? Fool's Procession. And the Fool's Procession kills by fatal fall one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the cursed bear. Yeah. So Junichi, how was he found? His deceased body was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. They don't describe the body though. And who else was there? Who's the guy that died? Do we have the dad here? I don't think we do. Practicing her curse. So in the beginning, when I heard that Janucci died, and when they were showing the kind of flashback or whatever that who is it? The girl that saw it. The what's her name? He told me, right? He told me he was talking about what happened, and I was like, that girl looks like Yako. So. What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi is alive? Just think it through and it all becomes obvious. It tracks, but do you really think that girl could have managed all of this? Prater says the police officer that was the acquaintance with Hitomi. Yeah, why would wait, how did the police officer die? Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning. No, he had a heart attack, if I remember correctly. It looked like he had some sort of heart attack, even though he didn't have any heart problems. Like, there was no... I don't think there was any evidence on his body itself. But why would he have died? First of all, Ariel, go report this to HQ. Understood. I'll get on it right away. Oh, I'll start investigating this. Sure isn't lacking in stuff they're looking at. There's a bunch of photos of a person pasted in the wall over there. Huh? Whoa, now hold on. These photos. These are all of Fumishika Nejima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over here. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. What the fuck? Wait, why are we limited? Why can I not look around the area? The sliding door leads to the kitchen. Barely fits the frame. Okay. Look at these. Pictures of Fumishika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. I think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima's case. Perhaps they did this as not to forget a grudge or something. I remembered, did Michio not mention that her mum was doing some weird chanting? Her mum and her stepdad? Wait, where's her mum? Crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. Man's already out on Gary Bro. It's a curse bearer with a curse stone. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak. No one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. But he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. Tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected with the Nejima murders either. You don't say. That's right. Talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say. You were the kid from back then? You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So you two have met before. Fancy that. I don't think it's a coincidence. I've been worried that Fumishika Nejima might be a resentment towards you, ma'am. Might be right. Fortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type. Oh dear. That asshole. Wonder who put the idea into his head. Now he's got the one-sided rule too. Threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously. On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be bad. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Uwai and Fumishika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's glory. Let's hope so. Practically are saying, that was acquainted with Hitomi, but doesn't Richter saying that she's killing the people that ruined her life or trying to figure out her death? The officer dude was looking up her case. Yeah, but the officer didn't die the same way as the others. I wonder, why would the police... I wonder if this relates to the kidnapping of the kid last year. The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nejima. They might have had some relation to Nejima's victim, or perhaps it was the opposite. The opposite? What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration? But why the fuck would you... Why? It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumishika Nejima? Wow, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal? Oh, he took that to heart. These aren't just cut from publications. They even snapped a number of shots of their own. They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. Elio isn't here, so let me take a look. They're just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway. They're saying this curse shit would have been dealt with easily if only they had the Second Amendment. It takes time to activate a curse. In the meantime, just fill them with iron. So, they do have guns in Japan. I'm pretty sure the police are equipped with them. The problem is that the issue is that they don't know who has the curse stones. If they know someone's got a curse stone, then yeah, like, but the thing is, you just can't shoot someone on a suspicion, right? Like, if you suspected they had a curse stone, you couldn't just like shoot them dead. And I think you have to kill them, in some cases, to make sure that the curse doesn't happen, right? So, like, if you're going into this and like it was an all-out war, yeah, you could just go in there with sniper guns, man, and annihilate them. But people, you don't know who the curse bearers are. Only a small group of people know about the curses, and the police. And yeah, with the window and storm shutter closed, light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. There are old books scattered everywhere. Wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, I'd be better not to look so closely. It's amazing. What? That's not the reaction I was expecting. Harui worries me. Harui. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. Okay. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations. Get too excited about it. Oh my. Who knew the Chief Inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. Right, so Sutsumi's not admitted to him or told him about the special occult group. Okay. Pete and the police. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned. Pretty informed in the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in the place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Okay. It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual, or whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of them neighbours mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think why was one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shirayashis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. This seems to be a book on Western black magic. Same runes are written here, alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me. I think this Iwai guy was studying them, perhaps to perform some kind of ritual. There's a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Iwai doesn't look the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably a wise. A journal? Rat Deer goes, I missed the Shogo route. It was all about sen, no sen. Huh? His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Wait, what the fuck was this all about? Oh wow, now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this Kankichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. Believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. Kradir says it's a Japanese phrase, attack before they attack you. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was a bit more simpler. Come across a person, talk to them for a bit, as soon as they become suspicious, attack them. This is more investigative. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. Seems like Uwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. Might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nejima of all people? This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Uwai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. Since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. Don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yup, been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think... No way, are you saying... That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. Got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, who I had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and UI were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. Telling me that Nutjob did this all for some hokey-pokey resurrection. Shit. Resurrection. That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Damn, that's it. What? That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What? What is it? So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. What? A baby? It was a girl who looked to be about 6 months old. She was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So was Nejima the father. He told us he'd found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned? I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happened. I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then I could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now. Well, sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Kratdir says stuffed in coin lockers, that's grim. So, Kratdir, if you play Like a Dragon, don't know, like the first Like a Dragon game, I believe the main character, when he was a baby, he was kept in a coin locker. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I remember a story, I don't know if it was true or not, in China of a newborn baby found in the sewage pipes. Basically, someone had given birth the child and tried to flush them down the toilet. Now this I need to check the validity of this, or the truthfulness. But I remember hearing about that in the news, and it was like, and like rescue workers spent hours, trying to safely get to the newborn child, and I think they were able to rescue the girl. Yeah, like I suppose you don't realize how lucky you are to be here and to not have been born in a circumstance where, your mom tried to kill you, get rid of you. I don't know. Tragedy says Aquaman. No, that's not Aquaman. But anyway, yeah, I remember all of that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, maybe I should say sacrificed, the girl who was pregnant. Goodness, that's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body. and we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge. Feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We're running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come to play, we should consider the possibility it was his child, and that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if... That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. Here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened, child? Yeah, this is what I've been wondering ever since you mentioned it. Without the birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Wait, I've got a bad suspicion. I've got a really bad suspicion. Is Tsutsumi daughter actually the child they found with Nejima? Because he has a daughter. I've got a suspicion that that might be true. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, determined he had a chance to get rich. Right, thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation. Correct! Turns out someone gave him the idea. Someone gave him the idea? And get this! It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsui Yamamori. Ah, right. Yes, she wants to get eternal youth, right? Wait, the chairman of Hihaku Soaps? So that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived. She will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites. She'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, restoration of youth, and the like. But she would even throw her money at the occult. Places greed. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. Presumably funded his research into rite of resurrection. That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the rite of resurrection. Starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers. All that about. Ah, you can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took the payment he was getting for his research to seduce the family into taking him in to keep a low profile. Wait, he seduced the family just to keep a low profile? The Shiraishi family, Micho and her mother, Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. Oh dear. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? This has something to do with me. No, you can't mean. Yes. You've realized that. Perhaps. Michio Shiraishi. Not Michio. What's the guy's name? Kankichiro Iwai is the person who kidnapped you. Oh yeah, living sacrifice. Was a child. Kankichiro Iwai's living sacrifice was a child. That's exactly it. Iwai moved in with the Shiraisis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone. Oh no. Of course. That awful man. So it was Iwai. This man. Iwai worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractor. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. When he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time... Fuck! You got it. Why kidnapped Haru Ishigima's son, and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone? You're telling me then that horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child? I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking us. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnapped him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi? Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't have expected the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this. This is... So, Crack Dealer is saying, but that case was like 14 years ago. Child was only 6 months old, and Sutsumi's daughter, if I'm not wrong, is in college or something. Ooh, you've got a point there. Check something. When was the legend? Oh fuck. What did he say? Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. Where is he? Wait, is Nejima not here? That's Yako Mio Michio Hitomi Kohei Makoto Hideki Araishi. Why? Oh, that's what he looked. Yutaro Nami. Fuck. Wait, here we go. Right, self-employed. The man who made the headline over 2 decades ago. It was 2 decades ago, Crack Dealer. 20 years ago. So it matches up. He's older and lives by her own. I wonder what Haru's purpose will be going forward. So I'm telling you. So the man who made headlines over 2 decades ago is a perpetrator of the brutal killings known as the Nejima murders. Right? Now, Haruhi was at school. Haruhi Shiguma was at school. She is... Oh, it doesn't have her age. Yeah, and her son was 11, right? So assuming she got married at the age of like even 18, she would have been 28. Yeah, like if she was 20 years since she was a schoolgirl, she'll be like 34, right? Or something. Good age. Yeah, it's all fucking matching up. Ooh. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted. Journal. Oh. I got in contact with Nejima last year. Nejima was released on parole. Provided him with accommodation and financials. That's so. He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Nejima instead. Oh wow. If Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no, not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. Never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait, no, she's alive? That's right, Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on this hideout too. Wait, how the fuck is she alive then? Like, how does that make sense? I don't get it. You can get her to spill the beans on the hideout. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Character says doesn't matter, she's a certified MILF. She is, yes. I'm not going to doubt that. Anyway. Carry on. Character saying, I'm telling you that's what game you want you to think. She is, yeah, she is very, attractive woman. Very attractive. But also a broken woman. I mean, look, her 11-year-old son, right? Whew. And used for a sacrifice? Finding out there was never any intention that this guy was ever going to give him back. And on top of everything, she was targeted just because of her husband, because of the he was high up in the police. That's terrible. This wouldn't have happened if she hadn't married a police officer or someone high up in the police. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am? I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. Right, but Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio. What? Because she killed the kidnapper. There's that too. But it's for something else. What? If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul drag. You want to kill a school kid? Hey, Victor. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring back my boy. If Nejima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. Oh shit, man. Oh shit. That's a plus. Mentally unstable women are hotter. Oh, mate. So I'm counting on you. God damn. Oh, wow. Right. Well. The plot thickens. Let's see the Seaman. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurikyo Cafe. Kurokyo? My Japanese is terrible. Let's go to the cafe, guys. Yako Sakazaki. Kurokyo. Wait, Kurokikyo Cafe. Wait, I saw a thing. One sec. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. You can't go to a cafe? The fuck is this? I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. So, what did you want to ask me? Right, first of all, you can fuck off. I see... What the fuck is that? Ooh, mockingbirds. 8 discovered. This is a pretty empty cafe. Oh well. Yako, if you would. Right, we want to ask you about this. Oh my, a curse stone. An Okami mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn, there of all places. Yako, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer? Please calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? I don't think intimidating him is good. I think flatter him. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in the matter. You're the only one who can count on. Mr. Araishi, won't you help us, please? Oh my god, fucking tone it down, Yako. Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. God damn, you're a dumbass, Araishi. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries Curse Stone happening now? Oh ho, taking an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with your subject's origin. Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Omnyodo, known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. To make something up. Right. Okay. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and I think it could really help your research. I see, now that you mention it. I think he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... ask about his research. Then, what does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the rite of resurrection? Oh, I see, that's what you want to know. Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the record of fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little known onmyoji called Seimin Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember it. Seimin Tsuchimikado? Never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts and he used whatever name was most convenient for the situation. His real name barely exists in record. Or is it written in the record of fate? Or so it is written in the record of fate. Huh? As brilliant as Seimin was also an eccentric. Delved into researching the rite of resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Hon. The Record of Fates are the writings Seimin recorded on the road to. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself. The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimi's speciality, the ties in Fukun ritual, means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul drags to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh, wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul drags in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The content written in the Record of Fates, there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such ritual to be able to use the rite. Huh? That's similar to what Mio said, actually. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection, the origin of the 7 mysteries of Hoko are related. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff, but about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for a cult magazine. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then? Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is? Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple of students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seimin arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the detail. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident. It has long been a subject of my research, and I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual, the root of the Honjo incident, is Seimin's rite of resurrection? Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seimin brought the Rite of Resurrection to Edo. You can assume that by this point, Seimin was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the Seven Mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. Aha, there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the Seven Mysteries etched into those who received the curse stone. Resentful memories? Yako, you really are a curse bearer. Then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did? Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse Hekos, which over time came to be spoken of as the Seven Mysteries. Thus, gathering resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo. Huh? That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession. Excellent. Basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. Not that one then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seimon himself. So I suspect. Huh? Seimon was one of the victims at the Honjo incident too. Meaning an Omnyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo. Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo. Ooh, this is interesting, eh? Mio. And maybe with Seimon's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Character saying it could be Nejima's. Right, well... Have a quick look. And during a mystery tale regarding had by Daimyo at his residence. Blah 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 blah. It's not that one. Right, the beckoning light. At night, one might spot a house land despite there being a falling. Not that one. Night watchman. Beautiful beach. Impressed that the house became. Someone who has seen at least one. However, this deceived us with his so-called, it's the Evergreen Beach. He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection, man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They had thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who could take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state as if sentenced to fate. Perhaps he ended his own life unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the ropes wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall. Neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumours persisted nonetheless. Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearers with false statements. Wait. The Evergreen Beach. Which one did we have? Go back to... Oh, the initial person, Shogo Okie. Wait, we don't know what curse echo he had? Utsumi. Oh shit. Which one did Shogo Okie have then? So it wasn't that one. Kills by drowning one leaves the curse bearer behind. Wait, it was this one, wasn't it? The Whispering Canal. Like if you turn around and leave them, you die of water. Yeah, Shogo has a drowning one character. You're saying this one is Sutsumi. Sutsumi's got it. Interesting. Right, so we have the power. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing, sorry. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen. What are they about? Wait, what did we say it was? Oh, fucking hell. First the Foot-Washing Mansion. Oh, this doesn't seem right. Wait. So he knows about the Evergreen Beach? An Omnyoji appears distinctly in that one. Really? But not Seimin, I'm afraid. A female Omnyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimin. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. A female Omnyoji and rival of Seimin was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuki carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The right of resurrection. Precisely, this man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Seimin. If I could just collect all of the memory, everything will be revealed. The truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearer. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. You're saying this man had a curse echo, didn't he? He did. And Sutsumi took his away. Yes. But they might not even find the other curse bearers. I must take measures of my own. Ooh, interesting. Now what curse did he have? What's his name? Araishi. The ever-burning lantern is the one that he had. Trigger for the curse to occur. Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained a record of, right? Hmm. How did you really get a hold of the record of fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It'd be a disaster if you don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today they will use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murder 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? Allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. Do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the record of fates by a woman. A woman? Ooh. Well, her voice sounded like a woman, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice. It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript. Right to resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. Specified the time period. I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. Tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. Makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She was the one that started all. Well, she was the one that told us about this. After obtaining Yoko, I remember someone of you guys saying that maybe she's a bit suspicious. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper. Due to her ability to see things others cannot, she has received strange looks from a young age. Her ability spurred an interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, who was seen by her side since she was a student. Yeah, she said she wanted to bring her dog back to life, which seems like a BS story. I don't know. Hence, I went public with a record of fates. Hihako and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right, I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Anything else, you know? Very well, I've told you this much, I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? About Seaman's record of fates. There is a sort of continuation to it, another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. What? A continuation? Actually, a section written in Seaman's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Seaman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. Supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Seaman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Sabin possessed? Of course not. He could use the right of Oh. You're telling me Seaman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Seaman himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But you'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seaman. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone, where this information was. Supposedly, Simon's blood descendants guarded it. They passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, 2 documents became separated, the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Simon had descendants. There's someone out there related to him by blood even now. Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Omnyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. Since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky and I wish I could have asked whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Simon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but haven't found a single. So if you do find out anything about other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Ooh, interesting. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. You shouldn't fucking do that, you dodgy bastard. Yako Sakazaki, 1 p.m. So what are you saying, crack dealer? We're on the streets now. Crack dealer saying this man had a curse echo, didn't he? And Sutsumi took it away. Yep, Yojima must have the wizard's curse echo. Probably. Potentially. Since he could kill hundreds of people and it's so powerful, it has to be. Ah, that's a good point. Even Yoko could be Nejima's daughter. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking Yoko might be the descendant of Seimon. I'm not sure. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it. I have a feeling the mastermind to awaken the curses is involved too. Right. Okay, what to do next? So Mio, what are you going to do next? Question. It may be best to give the information we just learnt to Inspector Sutsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Sutsumi might know more about it. We go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Mastermind. I like this music. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Araishi the record of fate. That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Bet you they're not. Huh? You don't sound like the Yaku I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice. I'm also interested in the female Omnyoji who was a rival of Seiman. Kratir is saying there's one more suspect, the old lady, the head of the soap, the head of the soap company. Yeah, she might be the descendant. That could be true. But she should have more information than I feel like she does right now. She seems desperate getting like random criminals to do her work for her. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio is? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared away anyways. Wait. You go. What did she say? I was going there every day to leave flowers. Every day? Wow. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yako? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? So, now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. See, that's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Excuse me, you girls over there. That was this part. Oh, this bastard. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? This guy's a fucking asshole. I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Yeah, fuck off. Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone, the foot washing mansion. The foot washing mansion? You're the one Inspector Sutsumi was talking about. Ah, you already know Inspector Sutsumi. That makes it simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes, wait, what? Was I doing something? What? Sorry, Mr. Namigaki, what might be the matter? Right, I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Dude, I would not follow this fucking dodgy bastard. This guy's dodge! Kratdir is saying she might be a descendant. We don't know what she knows. She might have given him the info and used the spell in all of Honjo to bring the curses. Yeah, crack dealer driver's seat. That was he involved in was he the one that killed Michio by car? Right, I actually wanted to discuss something. You come with me if you have a little time. Discuss something with us? You are talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Uh-oh. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. Not now. Later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryokoku Bridge. Rubs me the wrong way about this. You mentioned Michio. What do we do? Fuck this guy. First of all. Wait, where the fuck? Well, I suppose I'll just... Will I regret this? Probably, whatever. Yeah, go to school first. Fuck this guy. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your mind. Mate, that looked dodgy as fuck. Right. It is coming to 10:30. I'm assuming we've got we've got interesting stuff unlocked. Let me just save again. That one. Story chart. Yes, we'll leave it there. Switch to my lovely face. The plot thickens. So what we found out, Nejima was involved with Iwai. Is the guy's name Iwai? The stepfather of Michio. They were colluding together. It turns out that Nejima's motivation for the murders 20 years ago might have been to resurrect someone he loved. The speculation is that it was maybe a lover, his wife. He also had a baby with him when he was caught, and that baby will be in their 20s now. And nobody knows where they are. Now, that baby could be Sutsumi's daughter, because she's around that age. Because people are like, I don't remember you getting married or something. I remember someone making comments about it. And on top of that, the Harui's son was well, it seems that he was kidnapped to be used in a ritual for eternal youth or resurrection. Practicing, I just remembered the girl who was hanging around with glasses, dude. We don't know anything about her. Oh shit, yeah, fuck. She was random as hell as well. She just came there and we talked to her and she's like, you should talk to that guy or something. I don't know what she said, and then she just like stayed a distance and then disappeared afterward. Who the fuck was... No, we did talk to her. We did talk to her eventually. The girl that was hanging with the glasses, dude. She was a colleague of his. Like they both went to the same college. She did... wait, let me show you. What is she? Because we had a conversation with her on the bridge as Harui, and she just seemed like she was up her own. She seemed very... yeah. Here, Ayame Tono. Yeah. Ayame is a young woman working with Yutaro Namigaki, so she was working with her love of Katsushika Hokusai Ukiyo-e. Wait. It's so great that she wishes to resurrect him with the right of resurrection. Katsushika Hokusai. Ayame is clever but calculating. He was approached by Yutaro Namigaki in town, and though she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him because his family seemed rich. However, she does not think much of him as a human being, and is beginning to grow bored of their relationship. Yeah, this bit. Could she be a descendant? Her name is Tono doesn't give any help. Katsushika Hokusai. Ukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e was mentioned by something else as well. What was it? Files. Read up here, chain of events that occurred on the incident. Resurrection. Ukiyo-e was mentioned somewhere. Said statement that you author wrote the scroll. Yeah. Kidnapping markers took place. Made it more embarrassing when they were... yeah. Yeah, subsequent investigation revealed that the culprit was in fact You are an unemployed man, common life one, Michio Shirador and his accomplices use violence against both of them. He wanted to use the boy as a living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually the primary motive for the kidnapping. The targeting the Shikima family's son was due to a You know how you're saying you don't know what Harui's motivation is going to be now that she found out what happened? Well, I mean, you saw straight afterwards that it was it's going to be to get all the soul dregs. He was an art student. Crackdeer says that an artist wants to resurrect. Yeah, but the ukiyo-e thing sounds there's something. Seimin Tsuchimikado. Wait, do we have information about Seimin Tsuchimikado? An official appointed government position with the Bureau of Omnyo in medieval Japan. Tasked with performing divinations and rituals, they would employ Chinese philosophies of Yin Yang and Wuxing, the 5 elements. Almanacs. Also tasked with exercise. Western black magic. Yeah, kind of. Seimin in here. The Shigimaki. Would that be under important people? I don't think Seimin would be in here. No. Wait, is Seimin the storyteller? Is he Seimin? They're saying... Just saying maybe next stream you'll have enough evidence to figure it all out. Yeah, do you know, it all seems to come together. The thing about... So the girl... What was her name? Makoto. Ayami Tono. It says that she was interested in resurrecting her love of Katsushika Hokusai's ukiyo-e. Right? Ukiyo-e. Now, when the guy was talking about Seimin, what's his face? Hideki Araishi was talking about Seimin. He mentioned ukiyo-e, and I cannot remember. I feel like he did mention ukiyo. And there's no search for this. Fuck it. I just thought that some good daddy mask. Yeah, I'm saying daddy mask man could be Seimin. What are you gonna say, Krat? Yeah, be Shogo Ukie himself. What? But why? Why would the dead daddy mask man be Shogo Ukie? Like, he has white hair and stuff. Let's have a look at the jawline, right? Does it match anyone? I wouldn't say that necessarily. It's hard to tell with these. Not Richter, because Richter has a little thing. Yeah. I think the storyteller is Seimin. But it could be wrong. Anyway, the plot thickens. Things are getting very, very interesting. Stuff is beginning to tie together. We've solved the case of the missing child. We've heard of this new script. That is an addendum or something to the Rite of Resurrection, and we've been talking about Seimin, the person who put together Rite of Resurrection. Cracker saying, when will you play this in? This is going to be my Sunday thing now, for now. I'll continue this next week's Sunday. But anyway, I'll leave it there. This is Paranormasight. I am Ash Mannix, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. See you later, crack dealer. Peace.